and welcome to my video on how to build a landing page using the Thinkific Super Powerups step by step. In this video, I want to show you some of the updates and changes to the different sections that you can use to build a really powerful landing page that not only converts but engages your audience and is very easy. I'm saying this is so easy because it requires no coding, it requires no technical knowledge. You're really just choosing the sections and adding it to your Thinkific site. The best part is that once you add a specific section and you like the elements, you can copy it in very simple steps and you can use it across all your Thinkific site pages. I want to make this video because there have been some updates to the Thinkific Super Powerups. Before, you've seen me talk about there is the captain, there is site page templates, and now they allow you to take sections from different power-ups so that you can mix and match and really exercise full creative freedom over your site. This is great, and this is also a downside because then you might have so much creative freedom that you might never put it out there. My goal with this video is to show you a sample landing page that I've built that I mix and match and give you some tips and tricks that I found through some recent projects and show you not just the front end but also the back end so that you can copy this into your Thinkific site. So let's get started. So now I'm going to show you the sample landing page that I've built. Talk a little bit about why I built it this way based on a lot of research into what people are struggling with and how to build a landing page quickly but also effectively, and some of the nuances of using these different sections from the Thinkific Super Powerups. After I go through this front page, I will also publish and keep this link available in the video description below, and you can always reference this as a sample to work off of. Once I'm done showing you the front end, I will then go into my back end in my Thinkific site builder and show you all the different sections and some tricks and tips of working with these different sections. First of all, let's go to my sample page. Apologize for the recording, but I'll try to move this away so that's not in the view. One of the things to notice is that I always recommend having a banner. Some people want to incorporate a video into the banner, but you never know where people are watching or on the site, and video may not be the most conducive to where they are, either on the train, driving, or waiting in line. And so sometimes it's just nice to have a simple, clean looking banner. One of the challenges with banners, and I've seen this a lot from working with clients, is that they like to put their face and image of themselves on the banner. And do not to do that because one, it will get cropped in a mobile and or tablet device. Right now you're looking at a sample page on a desktop, but if I had to shrink it and watch this and read this page on a mobile device or tablet, any image of myself would get shrunk. So pick an image that suits your background, suits your personality and color and all that, and take the dimensions that they give you, plug it into Canva, and have someone design something for you. The most important thing is to pick something interesting, something that reflects your brand and business and gives them some curiosity and intrigue, which is really what this online space is about, to continue scrolling to the rest of your site. The cool thing is that these sections can be customized and used across all Thinkific site pages. So once you build this, you can consistently apply the same banner and sections across all pages with a click of a button. So that is the beauty, is that these landing pages are really easy and fast to build. They require no coding and no technical knowledge. You can just watch my videos, you can watch other videos, you can watch the documentation, and just add and copy and paste and then change the text. The idea is that this really makes it easier because if you had to code and you had to fuss with the technical aspects, you would never want to do this. And as you're starting out as a creator, the most challenging thing is your budget. You always want to be lean and you want to be resourceful. So if you can learn to build your own landing page through these videos and tutorials, this will save you a lot of time and get you started quicker. So I have my banner, and this is just a sample banner that I picked off the internet that reflects lifelong learning. And then what I do here is have a button to say learn more. But if you're selling a course, you can say preview or, whatever words that you want to use. Sometimes people like to say free preview. I just like to say learn more as a way to get them to check out my other pages. Once I've set the tone with the banner and the color, I now want to introduce myself and introduce my background. And that's where I continue to apply this section now and add some bullet points about my background and my experiences. So people start to get to know me. They start to learn more about who I am as a businesswoman, as an educator, as a creator. And then I like to then add a video. Now this is great because I've used the Thinkific video library instead of a YouTube video. And I really recommend it because YouTube has a lot of ads and there's no way to disable ads after a thumbnail on a video. And so it takes people away from your site and into the world of YouTube, which is very exciting and distracting at the same time. I've done this here to introduce myself, to add the video elements so that if they want to watch the video, they can, but otherwise I have some highlights. And then now I want to continue to hone in on who I am by adding some key highlights about who I am as an educator and businesswoman. And so I put these different elements in here, and you can customize these icons. I just didn't because I want to just put something quickly together for a demo and show you how you can mix and match different sections afterwards. And then I want to go into FAQs because everyone online has lots of different questions and there's lots of different styles in the Powerups, but this one is my favorite because I like the tabs and they're very clean and minimalist looking, and they really allow you to see the questions and decide whether you want to read the response or not. And so if you don't, but if you like this question and you're curious about the answer, you can click on it and read the response. Otherwise, it just doesn't take up a lot of real estate and you can keep going and learn more. Now I want to transition into testimonials. Social proof is really key, and that's why I use these video testimonials. Again, I highly recommend you use the Thinkific video library because it's a way of maximizing the use of your Thinkific subscription because they do provide free video hosting. And then the bottom, this is where what I would do is take your video, plug it into a transcriber like Descript or something else. And I think you could even use ChatGPT and get a summary as well. And then just pull out a key quote from this testimonial. Because not everyone's going to be able to watch the testimonial, but if they have a quote that really summarizes this, wow, this was life-changing course. This really taught me how to scale my business from bootstrap to my first 1,000 customers. And then that really is enough for people to be like, okay, maybe I will watch the video, maybe I will not. But this summary quote here really is enough to get people's attention to continue looking at your site. And then what I've done again is added the icons again, because after the testimonials, I want to continue to hone in on the idea of why you should buy from me, why you should learn with me, why you should join my community. So you can add those 3 key selling points. You can change these icons. They give you the link in the back end of where you should go. And then now I've warmed them up and I've gotten people intrigued. Now I want to talk about and get them into my call to action. So I'm slowly then going into entrepreneurship made simple. Here's why you should learn how to build your online business from me as an example, and then get them to sign up. And then I can talk about businesses that I've worked with. And so this would be great if you've worked with some pretty large businesses or you've been featured in some great magazines, then you can add this social proof logo here. I do recommend you don't need 5. The 5 is great, but I say if you don't have 5, just do 3. And it's just enough to show people and get people intrigued. The main thing I always say is about intrigue and curiosity. That is what you are doing in this online space. And so this gets people saying, wow, she was featured in TechCrunch or she's featured in Forbes or whatever. It just is really exciting. And now I've gotten them sold maybe. I can then say, now I'm ready to sell and go into my call to action. This is where I can talk about, normally I charge $500 for this course, but I'm selling it to you for $300. And you can either enroll or you can check out my free trial. And then I have all my value stack proposition of what's the bonuses that I'm offering, and can't wait to see you on the inside. And the last thing I wanted to show you is that I have a pop-up on this site. I didn't show it before because I didn't want it to intrude and I didn't want it to distract the page, but I'm going to refresh this to show you what I've done, because I think this is really a great opportunity to leverage a pop-up not just as a funnel but as a highlight. So where is my pop-up coming? Hold on. There is something wrong with my pop-up today. Hold on, let's see what's going on. So the pop-up that I was going to show is this pop-up. So basically what happens normally is in this sample page, based on the amount of scrolling, this pop-up will show up. And so this is a market research. This is what I like market research. So I wanted to add a market research pop-up to say, why do you want to build a teaching business? Why do you want to be a creator online? And this just helps me understand and create content targeted to the answers on this survey. So I have it set to based on the page scroll, but if you want, you could have it when the page loads. You could have it when they exit the page. So there's different options that you can choose. And we can just keep it on exit intent for now. And then if you don't like it, you can close it. I'm going to save this for now. Then after this, I'm going to now go back to this and explain all the different sections that I have added in this site page template. Site page demo. Let me go back. Okay. All the different sections that you have seen on this page. In the back end, this is what it looks like. It's very simple, very clean, and not too chaotic to build. The most important thing is that because they use site page templates, you'll always have to add the site page template sections. And then what I've done is, which I think is really cool, and it's what I've done that really is used and leverage this text and mega media banner. This mega media banner can be used in so many different ways. Like literally you can use it in 10 different ways. You can do pictures, you can do video, you can do color. I'm just going to quickly show you, but talk to you about how this was done. As you can see, the media options is what's really cool about it. So right now I have no media, but if I want, I can do an image, I can do a video, I can do a Loom video, I can embed it from Vimeo. There's just so many different options. And but what I wanted to do was just to make this a generic banner. Now, the reason why I chose this as a banner for my background instead of the other ones is because I like the style and I like the flexibility of this section to also add a button. This background banner image is in this background section. And so again, I can add a image. They give you the dimensions, and I've just picked an image from the internet. And then I've added an overlay, which you can adjust. And then this is what's cool. Again, you can do an image, you can do video, you can do color. There's so many different options. I've done image, but I really think if you don't like this, you can add a video. I just don't like video because I think as the first thing on the page, people might be in different places. They may not always be able to play the video. So this is just a great way to introduce your business with a banner that summarizes, highlights, and is something interesting and curious. Once that's done, I can customize the button. I only have one button now, but maybe I want to add a second button and say, join now. Maybe they already have seen my videos and they're ready to join my program. The most important thing is that this section can be used in 10 different ways, but the most valuable I thought was using this as a background image because I didn't like the size of the other banner image section. So this is the most flexible, but also very creative expression for my site as an example. Now, as you can see, I'm going to close out that. I then go into a little bit about myself to warm people up, get them interested. And again, this text and media and bullet list banner section is really unique and really creative. You can also, in the same way as the mega media, customize this in so many ways. I've customized this with just a bullet and then add a video, but if I didn't want a video, he does provide a sample Canva image layout that you can throw in some images and then customize there. The most important thing is that these sections are so fluid and so flexible. You can do a lot with it, but this is just one way you can create something simple, quick, and easy. You don't want to spend a ton of time. You just want to build something and get it out there, because obviously the most important thing is to put yourself out there rather than trying to achieve perfection. Now I want to highlight some key points about myself as an educator, businesswoman, etc., etc. And so I can change these icons, but I've just added some key points here, and that is using the icon bar section. Now what I've then done is gone into the FAQs by using the pre-kit FAQ section. Now this was my favorite one of all of them because of the style of the tabs and the clean design. And then I use Kit Social Proof for the video and quote testimonials. This is really, there's so many different ways like to do slider testimonials or video testimonials, but I like the option of combining a video and highlighting a quote from this video testimonial. And so that is in the Kit Social Proof 13 section. And then I've done the same thing and copied this icon bar section over here again to highlight and hone in on some key selling points. And then now I'm ready to go into my call to action. So I use the pre-kit CTA 4 to then talk about entrepreneurship and why I'm the best expert. As an example, I'm not the best expert, but why this is an example, you should join my program. And then the button here can be customized in terms of text and color. And then the other thing I wanted to highlight is the logos. This is really valuable, not just in terms of businesses you work with, but even magazines that you have been featured in, because people really like to see that kind of social proof, and not just in terms of testimonials, but in terms of logos. I've been featured in XYZ magazine. That really gets people's attention. And then once they've seen that, they're ready to start buying with you. And that's where I go into pricing and the value proposition, and that I'm excited to have you join my community. And once that's done, and then I have this, that is all that is comprised of my landing page plus this pop-up section. And then also, because I've used some of this is from the captain, you always need this activation build your own section. This is the only way that the sections from the captain will work on your site. So you can see I've used a combination of site page template because the text and media comes from site page templates. I've got base kit, so my pre-kit, and then my kit, and then the activation build your own sections for some of these pricing and pop-up sections. That is all you need to build a very simple but very effective landing page. I would suggest that you take some of these banner dimensions and plug it into Canva and get someone to build something really interesting but very unique and reflects your colors and your personality. This is how you build a landing page in a nutshell, mixing and matching different sections. If you have questions, comments, or feedback about how else to take this further based on your own business needs, feel free to leave a comment in the description below, or you can send me an email, and I'm happy to share some more examples. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.